Good day, welcome here. Welcome to my place that I call garage. It's a bit messy, but yeah, sorted it out today. Um, yeah, I'm busy with my Nissan 1400. So yeah, just want to show you a bit here. Um, so yeah, I've got the original here in South Africa. They call it the A14, the 1.4 liter motor that came on the Nissan 1400s. So yeah, it's been heavily modified. It's got fuel injection, it's got turbo, little guy sticking out here. And what you can see here, there is some big gaps. Um, yeah, I've actually cut up the whole front end. So if you look here, you will see this half the chassis is missing. And then there is some new parts in here. Let me just lower this down. Oh, let me just lower this down. It's on a tripod, so it's new to me. I must learn how to work around here with a tripod. But so you can see here, here's the new chassis I'm busy with. I'll get back to this now. Even this side, you can see new chassis. The whole old chassis is gone. Here's remnants of the old chassis that was also heavily modified. Here's the new strut towers I built. Yeah, you can see they're actually a bit high. I need to bring them down. That's going to be my next job now, is to bring them more down so the bonnet can actually close, and it can look stockish. But yeah, we all know that's not going to be how it's going to perform. So here in front, I've got the two headlights fitted in. It's not properly fitted, just mocked up. Um, Intercooler is roughly where I want it. The radiator, it's actually V-mount setup. I'm gonna try. This is a Golf, I think this is a Golf 1 radiator, the long one. Custom made fan shroud. It's rusty and everything. It's not finished. I started this whole project about 4 years, 5 years ago. So it's been a while I've been busy with it. Um, let me move back this side. So what I'm gonna do is, this will be cut here, this will be cut here. I'll move this around so your elbow is facing this side with your throttle body sitting here, and that will also give you a nice way for the pipe to come this way into the intercooler, and actually this way from the intercooler to the turbo. That I must still clock the turbo, get it in its final position, because you can see here's a coupler sticking out here. So I'm not 100% happy with that. I need to make some modifications there. But yeah, I tried it. You see, I made a custom mount here for the wastegate actuator. So I'll have to redo that whole bracket, everything, to make it work. So I can actually bring the turbo, so it can come up this side. I can have the elbow going out to this side to intercooler. Radiator pipes, quite easy. Here's your lower hose. So just go here. This I will also modify again. Maybe just turn it inside the block to come straight forward to this pipe. And then the top one will also just have a pipe coming out, going here into the inlet, or outlet actually. So yeah, that's that's what's happening here. Inside it's a bit dark. I'm gonna, oh, actually it's actually not too bad, eh? Let me turn this light a bit to this side. Okay, let me sit you guys down right here. 1 second. Still working out the whole lighting situation in here. So, okay, this is roughly what's happening inside. Just trying to make these tripods feet shorter so I can have better maneuverability. Okay, so inside here what you can see is there is something missing here. The whole floor has been cut out, or not the whole floor, but 90% of the floor. So what's still left here is the part sitting on the new chassis, like you can see that side, sitting on the new chassis. So the next job now for me is to, I must actually strip out the rest that's inside here, and then I want to take off the cab from the new chassis, and then with it taken off, I can actually check my chassis. I'm building a whole new chassis for this bakkie. So the new chassis can sit on top, or the new chassis can be 100% straight and square. Then I will put the body back on. But while the body is off, I'm gonna cut out the rest of the floor. I need to make mounts. I want to mount the roll cage onto the new chassis to reinforce the chassis and to reinforce the body as well. Lighting is a bit bad here, but I'll work on it. So yeah, you can see what I did is, it's not your normal roll cage. This should still give you some side impact, a little bit protection, but this is more for rigidity to make the chassis more stiffer. I didn't want that high side bars going up here. You have to climb over them to get inside. So what I did is I made it in such a way that the edge of the seat comes to here. So when you climb in and out, it's still easy, like you normally would. Let you guys inside here. So it's a bit dark now here, but let me see if I can get some light in better here. A lot of moving lights around and getting things in their places. Ah, come on. Okay, get this up. Okay, that's better, much better. Let me get in here as well. There's actually a place, if you really want to get a couch in here. Let me set you on the old chassis. So what you have here is the back of the bakkie. You are not actually supposed to be able to see this. So what I did is I actually cut out the whole back of the bakkie. This still needs to be cut out, but when I got the bakkie, I cut this open. I put on, it was actually first wood. On the previous, I'm still busy actually with the whole video thing to make. I don't have earlier videos. This is some of my first videos now. So on the earlier videos, On the earlier photos you'll see in some of the videos I'll make is I cut this out to put in sound. Because now once you're young, you want to put in sound in your car, and yeah. So I took this now a step further. I cut out the whole back of the bakkie. I'm gonna lower you guys down, down, down. Even lower. So what you can see down here, I won't be able to get the light much more better here, but this is independent rear suspension. This still needs to be removed. This is just to keep the whole chassis and everything in its place. It's a complete independent rear suspension out of a Ford Sierra that I'm modifying to fit in here. I'm making it fit. So there at the back you'll see the shocks mounted. There's my fuel tank. It was a DIY project I built myself. It's not working as it should. I'm still busy with it. But let me get out here. So that's where your tire sits. I think that's the first thing everyone is wondering, why is that, where would the tire sit? So this is now where the tire sits. It's not 100% square, it's a bit skew. One of the bolts broke off on the bearing carrier. I still must drill that out, put in a new bolt. But this is where your tire sits. Look where the front tire sits. So in here at the back, let me just remove this shit. I've got a very, very small garage here. So it's make fit everything. Too much tools, too much things to fit in here. These boxes I'm using for templates. So here's the rear side of the suspension. This is still just held in here with G-clamps. The light is now the way everything's held in place with G-clamps. So this is bolted, the square tubing is bolted to the body. It sits square, but something is still not perfect. My chassis is square. This measures out to be the same spacing, but this side it sits out, but it sits about out a bit more than the other side. So that's why I said I want to take off the body from the chassis, make sure it's square, level everything, and then weld it up a bit, and then put the body back onto the chassis with the roll cage already in place. So here you've got your front suspension. Still busy with that as well. The front sway bar is just sitting on a brick. But you also see here, it's very dark. Very, very, very dark. It's difficult to get in some light. Let me get some light in here. Just sit like that. Let me get light here. Cables and cables and cables. Okay, so we've got some light here. I don't know if it's gonna make proper light here where I want it, but no, it's not. Light problems, they say. Light problems. I need a sun in the garage so I can have enough light here. But here you can see even my sump has been modified. So it actually is working out perfectly. Dus nou my low and my sway bar fits in perfectly there. And here in front, darkness again. Darkness, darkness, darkness. I need to put up some extra lights in here. Let's get back here where we were in the beginning. Okay. So we've got light here. Oh, tripods. We are not the best friends. Okay, I think this is okay. So we are back here. So you'll see my front cross member. It's actually sitting in front of the engine. That's supposed to be sitting underneath the engine. But with this being a front sump engine and we didn't want to modify the sump and everything again, I decided, why don't I give it a try and let's make a mid-mount 1400 buck with a front end that's stretched out about, I think it's 300 millimeters. So fenders will have to be modified, bonnet will have to be modified. I still need to check how I'm going to do with the hinges, bonnet hinges and so on. But yeah, the whole firewall, I'm still going to cut it. This wheel well tubs here, I want to cut them out. They need to go. I want to bring this straight down or bring it the same as the rest of the chassis here in front. And then I want to cut it all the way through here. Let me get you guys in here. I want to cut this whole chassis all the way here from the old firewall all the way. I want to cut it all out here. All new floor there and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be still a big project, lots coming. So the whole front end is actually just on here with G-clamps. I still need to make that fit, see how it works out. Lot of work still coming. So this is the first video I'm gonna make. I'm gonna start making some time lapses, some videos giving more details as I'm going. I've got some 550cc Bosch injectors in here. I'm busy working on a plan. You'll still see it in the future. I'm going to build my own custom intake for this 1400 so it can fit 8 injectors, 2 injectors per cylinder. This is just a coil pack I had lying around from my Opel Astra. It actually fits, but I want individual coils here, coil on plugs like your R. I'm going to put in something like the R8 coils or something like that. I want to still get a pickup for the cam, so I can run full sequential. I still already have a cam trigger here with the trigger wheel. There's the trigger wheel. It's a bit dark, but it's there. So there's still a lot of work coming, but join me and you'll see it happening bit by bit by bit. The rest of the cab has not been modified. I'm jumping all around. I don't know where to go, but trying to get you all the information I can. Here's the bonnet, the other fender is still on. I know it will scratch the paint. I don't care about the paint right now because I have to still, this has to be cut, the other side has to be cut. The whole back has been cut out, so I don't really care much about the paint. There's some dents, like you can see there's like a dent here. That's going to be part of the journey, learning how to do some panel beating, stretching, making this thing fit on here. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Before I forget, pie cut downpipe doesn't fit now, but it will fit again. But thanks for joining me. Have a good day further. Goodbye.